everyone, I'm Rachel and this is Roshi and you're watching Red Ribbon Reptiles. Raph just went on a little road trip and picked up 2 new animals and he's going to introduce them to you today. This is going to be our only post this week, but next week we'll be back to our regular schedule. So with that, we hope you enjoyed today's video with meeting our 2 new reptiles.
Hey everybody, so both the new animals are settling in their quarantine setups nicely. I tried to have a pet with me, but I guess that's not going to happen today. I just want to start off by saying both these animals are imports, but they were not imported by me. I wouldn't go out of my way to order an animal to be caught in its native population and then brought to me, but these animals were here in America anyway and they're not going back, so why not, right? Anyway, here we go, meeting 2 new animals. So first up, this is a Sudan plated lizard. These guys are native to northern Africa, and they do like their climate a little more humid, a little more on the tropical end compared to many other African species, but they are just gorgeous. This one in particular is unsexed. I have no idea whether it's a male or a female. I'm not too concerned about it. It's a great opportunity to interact with such a cool species. They look a lot like skinks, right, with their build, kind of these stubby arms and these long bodies. But look at the armor. They are definitely plated lizards. And my friend who had both these animals before me was calling him or her Godzilla. And that might be a fitting name for her with these scales, but we might change it. We'll see. Now, like I was saying, this is about as big as they get, probably right around 2 foot there. But something about them is they're not a fan of being handled, especially being a wild-caught animal, but they're a lot more huffy and puffy and tail whippy than they are bitey, right? So I'm not really worried about getting bit by this guy or girl, but I know they're not too happy, so I am going to try to get them back here in a second. They sprayed dirt everywhere, all over me, so another really cool thing about these guys is they have this ridge that goes all the way down the side of their body. These are there so that they can have these rigid armored plates, but they can also breathe and be mobile and do what they need to do. A big defense mechanism for these guys is to bury themselves between a couple rocks and inflate themselves so that nothing can get them out of their crevice, so that's really interesting too. But yeah, I think he or she is settling in rather nicely, but we do have an enclosure in the works that I think they're gonna like a lot better. And I can't wait to get him in there, or her. Really just a beautiful animal. I think off the bat, our longest lizard already, largest lizard probably. Part of me might be a little heavier now that I'm feeling them, but once they get a little more size on them from getting a more regular diet, I think we'll see them get a little thickums. Just a really cool animal that I'm really happy to introduce to you guys. Now it is maybe even my greater pleasure to bring you this beautiful lady. She's a Solomon Island ground boa. She's pretty big for this species, honestly. She's probably hovering right around 4 foot. I haven't measured her yet, but we'll see. As I said, these boas are from the Solomon Islands, which is right off of Indonesia. The genus Candoya, which is what she's in. She's a Candoya paulsoni. But the genus does have other species that live in the same kind of area, and I mean, if they're all as cool as her, then I'm interested in all of them. She is just, especially, you got to think, this is a wild-caught animal. She was taken from her home and brought to captivity, and it's just, dude, she has a ball python temperament. It's almost like ball pythons and corn snakes are some of the easiest handling snakes, and it's almost like she's a mix between both, right? The inquisitiveness of an adult corn snake where they're not running away, but they're moving around, sniffing, seeing what's up, but then also just like this slow movement of a ball python, and just not a care in the world, really. Apparently she doesn't think I'm trying to hurt her, right? Or else she'd be reacting a little differently, but this is how she's been since we got her. We had to throw her in the soak a couple times to bust some shed off, which brings me to the next point. So she was listed as gravid at the time of purchase, not purchased by me, but gravid meaning pregnant, right? So I'm not 100% sold on that, nor am I an expert in boas in general where I can tell whether or not it's gravid. But I know that she hasn't taken a meal for a while, and she did just bust a shed since she's been with us. So, could be something, that could mean something. There's also some bulging down here by her vent. You know, that part remains to be seen, but either way, she's just amazing. She's also pretty big for the species, so I mean, it could be. Who knows? But yeah, these guys are apparently super docile, and I'm just completely blown away with her. She's been amazing so far. Can't wait to learn a lot more with her and with you guys. You know, you'll be seeing a lot more of her. We don't have a name for her yet. We got a couple ideas, but nothing for sure. But yeah, this is it. I've fallen for the Candoya genus. You know, boas do eat a bit better than some species of python. So as far as the ease of care goes, and they take meals less often, right? So I feel like other than her humidity, they do need a really high humidity and colder than a lot of reptiles. So, but if you can dial that in, I think this is just an amazing species. It's the perfect size, perfect temperament. I can only imagine if we get a bunch of captive born babies of these guys. You can find them out there, but even more if they become more regular in the pet trade. I mean, this is a puppy dog. And these scales even seem to have some keel to them. I don't know if you see that ridge that goes down the side of each scale, but just, I don't know. I'm in love. I'm in love with her. You guys are going to see more of her. I think we'll try, like I said, she hasn't taken a meal in a while. I think we'll try a live mouse, because on something on the smaller end in case she is gravid. Maybe she doesn't want a huge meal, but she wants a little something that's not going to take up too much space in her belly. So we're probably going to try something like that for you here shortly, maybe tonight. What do you think? But like I said, she just shed out. She's a red phase. So there are a bunch of different colorations for these guys, but we all know that I love red, right? Red ribbon reptiles, and she is this beautiful red coloration. Again, I can't say enough good things, guys. I'm blown away with her. She's incredible. Well, that does it, guys. What do you guys think of our two new friends here? And then also, if you know anything about sexing Sudan plated lizard, that'd be cool to know. I haven't really, like I said, I haven't really gotten too far into that yet. Just the care, because I'm not too worried about the gender, but I know that they're pretty hard to breed. So if they become something that's being bred more or figured out how to breed consistently, I would jump on that at some point. So I guess I do want to know what the sex is, but who really cares right now? I know she's a female, but babies or no babies, I'm excited to see what her, me, and you guys can all learn from each other in her time with us. So, with all that being said, guys, I'm Raph. This is, what's her name? You're watching Red Ribbon Reptiles. This week was a slow week, but we will be posting twice a week. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope we see you next time.